series, we are going to study about how the blood flows through the heart. Flow of blood through heart. This we call it as a circulatory system. This we call it as a circulatory system. So everybody knows that right side of the heart always receives. Right side of the heart always receives impure blood. Impure blood. Left side of the heart always receives pure blood. This everybody knows that, students. So here I want to give you a flow chart regarding to this heart, students. So this from all parts of the body. Make a note of this flow chart, students. From all parts of the body, impure blood is collected by veins. And they will bring this impure blood to where means right atrium, students. Right atrium. So here they will bring. So this is right atrium. Okay, now from right atrium, blood will be pumped into right ventricle. Blood will be pumped into right ventricle, students. Right ventricle. Okay, now. So between right ventricle and right atrium, what is the valve that is present between these two things? Okay, now. This valve we call it as an tricuspid valve. Tricuspid valve. So see these are the valves. Okay, now. So as the blood from right atrium will be pumped into the right ventricle by opening this tricuspid valve. During the closing time of this tricuspid valve, it makes a sound known as lub sound, which is the first sound of the heart. From right ventricle, this impure blood will be pumped to the lungs. And who will carry blood from right ventricle to lungs? Who will carry means that is impure blood? Pulmonary artery. Pulmonary artery will carry blood to the lungs, students. Then what happens inside the lungs? What happens in lungs, students? Purification of blood takes place. Purification of blood means carbon dioxide that is present in the blood will be removed and oxygen will be inserted into this. Okay, now impure blood is the blood which has more carbon dioxide levels. And pure blood is the blood. Once after blood is purified, it consists of more oxygen levels. In the place of this carbon dioxide, oxygen will be inserted into that. Okay, now. So once the blood is purified inside the lungs, from the lungs, blood will enter into the left atrium, students. Blood will enter into the left atrium. Okay, now who will carry purified blood from lungs to the left atrium means pulmonary vein. Pulmonary vein, students. Okay, now from the left atrium, blood will flow into the left ventricle. Blood will flow into the left ventricle. left ventricle students. Okay now. So this left atrium, this is left ventricle. What is the valves that is present here means bicuspid or mitral valve we call it as. Valve that is present is bicuspid as well as mitral valve. While you are going through this, see the picture and read students. Okay. So next one is from the ventricles. So this left ventricle means pure blood students. From the left ventricle, blood will be pumped to the all parts of the body. Pure blood. Pure blood means oxygen rich blood will be pumped to all parts of body students. All parts of body. Through what it will be pumped to all parts of the body? Generally what means? Through arteries. Through arteries students. Through arteries. See here, blood from the ventricles, left ventricle, will be sent into the artery. So this is the flow chart. Will be sent into the artery through what means? Pulmonary aorta. So aortic semilunar valves will be there students here. Aorta is there, which is present in the heart, and this aorta consists of aortic semilunar valves. These are the doors. When blood is ventricle contracts, blood will enter into this aorta. From this aorta, it will be pumped through all parts of the body with the help of artery students. Like that, it will flows. Okay, now. And next one is how it happens in right ventricle students. In right ventricle, when right ventricle contracts, impure blood from the right ventricle through this, what we call it as an pulmonary semilunar valves. This we call it as a pulmonary aorta students. Okay, now through pulmonary semilunar valves, these are the semilunar valves. It will be sent to the lungs through this. Okay, now it will be sent to the lungs students from the right ventricle. And lungs purification of blood takes place. Totally, two times the blood is entering into the heart students. One is through right atrium and next one is through left atrium. Hence, human circulatory system is known as what means students? Human circulatory system is popularly known as a double circulatory system. Double circulatory system students. Why we are calling it as an double circulatory system means because two times blood will enter into heart. Enter into heart. One is through atria. Next one is through left atria. But in case of these fishes like that, single circulatory system will be present. Single circulatory system students. Fish, amphibians like that. Single circulatory system will be present students. Okay, now that is what double circulatory system and single circulatory system means. So if you use this flowchart students, you can study the heart within a short span of time. You can fit anything here and you can write all the points within this single flowchart students. This is what the structure regarding to this human heart students. How the human heart functions, what are the internal parts of this human heart. So how this human heart will be like. As I told you that this is bundle of his we call it as. Okay, now bundle of his we call it as. Surrounding this Purkinje fibers will be there. So this is AV node and this is SA node. These are the two different types of nodes that are present in the heart students. Right auricle left right ventricle, students. Left auricle, left ventricle. See how the clear, how much clear the human heart is. Students, done. So that is what regarding to this circulatory system.